Hi Matt, thanks for coming in today. As you know, we're just going to catch up on a couple of things. Just wanted to check in with you with how you're going and the like. But certainly wanted to say I think you're doing really, really, really well with your candidate interviews. You certainly get the numbers in. So you're meeting the targets. You do have a great style with the people and are just about yourself and your general demeanour. The candidates seem to be really engaged with you. They're connecting, so you're sort of getting enthusiasm and everything with them. So I think that's really, really well done. So I trust you're enjoying that process as well. So that's great. So just one thing to reflect on, I suppose, is that the actual process of the interviews and the documentation and the like is probably not your favourite thing. You're definitely more the people person. But what I'd like to sort of say is that the process is there for a reason, which I'm sure you realise that. But let's just touch base on that. So just working through the interview questions rather than just going off the top of your head and having a chat with them. You can certainly still do the interview process in an informal manner. Just make sure you do cover off on the questions that are in the documents and note those answers. You can do that at the interview or after the interview. I don't really mind, but we do just need to cover those off. Look, it helps for a number of reasons, I suppose. It helps the fact that you know you've actually covered off all the criteria rather than make the assumptions. Make sure you've got all the tickets and qualifications in order, ticking the boxes basically. As you know that it meets the compliance side of things as well. It ensures you're being thorough. And worst case scenario, if something does go wayward, you actually have the documents to support your decisions and the outcomes. So I trust that makes sense. I know you're really keen, so that is awesome. And your feedback is basically been that, yeah, it's not really your thing to do the paperwork. So I get that. But altogether, it's a bit of a package that if you can work on that paperwork, I think we've got a really good thing going. So thank you and trust that all works for well for you. And if there's any questions along the way as we continue on, of course, just reach out and we'll have a chat. So happy to be flexible with all that. We certainly don't have to wait for formal meetings, but I think you're doing really well, Matt. So keep up the good work and we'll tick those boxes on your actual interview process and documentation. Thanks, Matt.